Hello everyone and welcome to my quick and short video about pivot tables. So what I will do now is to first of all talk about pivot table, like what is a pivot table, why would we use or create pivot tables. Then I will show you a live example of how to create a pivot table. So what is a pivot table? Basically it's a reshaped interactive table from the original data. So as you can see here now, my original data is actually a table that starts from the column A till column E, and it starts from row 1 till row 15. So in my original data, I have actually name of employees, number of products that they have sold, the sum of profits that they have made, and also like at each month, starting from January till May. Now, what I have done is actually I have built a pivot table, which is in columns G and H. Now, as you can see here, from the table, I have actually managed to know the sum of profits for each employee by simply creating a pivot table and without using any functions. So pivot tables actually help you to have better insights about your data. And let's actually show you how to create a pivot table. Now, this is the table that you have seen earlier. And like I had mentioned, from January till May, names of the employees, products sold, and so on. So to create a pivot table, from the Insert tab here, you can choose a pivot table. You can either choose your pivot table to be in a new worksheet or an existing worksheet. So let's choose existing worksheet, and let's say column G here. Enter, enter. Now, as you can see here, the pivot table is actually not there yet, but we can see here the features here. Now, these features, or like pivot table fields, I should say, these fields are represented based on the columns that we have here in our table. Now, to create the same table, the same pivot table that you have seen in the presentation, I can first drag name to rows here, and the profit, I can simply drag it to values. Now, as you can see, we have seen the same pivot table for each employee, the sum of profits that each one of them made. And let's say that I actually want, to have more information, like these employees based on the months that they have sold their products. Now, when you create a pivot table, the first thing that you need to do is first choose your labels, choose your rows and columns, then you choose the values so you could actually know or answer the question that you have in your mind. So in our case, we want the name here in rows, and the date we want it to be like on columns. Now we have the labels, but we don't have the values yet. So after you choose the labels, now you can choose the values, so which is profit. Now, as you can see here, the same grand total that we have seen earlier, but Abdullah actually only sold like products in 1 month, which is May, and Ahmed from January till April, Rad, which is May, only January, March, April. So now I have actually known more information about the data that I have, and it's all from building pivot tables and without using any functions. So this is the main idea how to create a pivot table. And this is it. So I hope actually I have you like learned something from this video. And if you liked what I presented, please let me know. You can send me on my email if you have any questions, or feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. So thank you very much, and I wish you success.